as soon as I put my left foot down, I heard an explosion. As soon as I knew the blast went off and I was being hurled through the air, landed on the ground, I called for medical attention and just laid there, called for a medic. And as soon as the medic came over, I remember being given morphine, knocking out, and the rest is kind of intermittent.
I heard a knock at my door at 9:30, and I opened the door and I recognized two of these guys, which were John's bosses. He had asked to read John's accident report to me. As he was reading it, I couldn't breathe. I had to ask him to stop. I didn't know what to think of it. I mean, as soon as that happened, I just called up one of my best friends, and she came over and helped me, and we finally got out like 4 days later out to Bethesda.
Coming off the ambulance that I was put on after I landed at the Air Force Base, I remember looking and seeing a line of people, a lot of my closest family and friends, and my wife was at the head, and I was so happy, and I was so ecstatic, and it was so good to finally take a sigh of relief after all these past couple of days have been so hectic. A normal day, a good normal day, is we wake up pretty early. The whole family usually wakes up together. We get the kids off to school. Once we get the kids off to school, Janelle then is my driver, and she drives me about close to 2 hours worth of traffic down into Bethesda. I just go straight into physical therapy. Physical therapy usually lasts 2 hours, and I'm pretty tired by the end of that. Then we usually break for lunch. Come back from lunch, I have occupational therapy for an hour. And then Janelle and I usually meet in the hospital at around 3:30. And she's picked up the kids and picking me up. And then we usually fight traffic back up to our house now. The house we currently live in is an exception. The military did a lot of searching and to find a house that was which they called ADA approved. It still poses challenge in the fact that there's a slight grade in the driveway, which without a power-assisted wheelchair I can't do alone. The living spaces, although are open, are small, and could be a little bit more open, could be a little bit bigger. And the carpet that's throughout the house is really difficult for me to push through in my wheelchair. It is still difficult for me to get up next to a sink with my injuries, kind of teetering on my one leg.
The showers, even though this is an ADA accessible home, there's no shower bars for him to get in. It's just a normal tub, so he's in there trying to hop in and out, and it's really not the easiest thing in the world.
It'll be so nice to walk into my house or roll into my house in my wheelchair and have the door automatically close and open behind me, and roll to any part of the house that I need to, and I'm going to be able to have a shower I could wheel into and get into my own, and a bedroom that I could move around in and not bump into a dresser here and do a complete 360 in my wheelchair. It just means the world to me, and knowing that although I'm disabled, that I'm still able to provide for my wife and kids means so much to me. This injury is the worst thing that could probably ever happen to me and my family, but it's also probably the best thing that could ever happen to me and my family, because my family could be homeless, if it weren't for the support of not only my community but other communities like Homes for Our Troops, and I'm very, very thankful that we are supported the way we are, and we're blessed every day, I think.
I know the sacrifices my husband's made. My family knows the sacrifices that he's made, and of course we're emotionally attached to it all. But for other people to not even know him or our family, and to still want to donate their time and donate their work or whatever, I mean, it's something that you can't say thank you. It's just something that just doesn't even touch it. And it's just something that's just leaves you speechless.
So I want to thank everybody for coming out that registered, and those of you that tried to complete the race or did the race on your own without actually having anybody to greet you across the finish line. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. This is something that I now have to do to maintain any quality of life, to maintain my weight, so I don't have to balloon out of control, to maintain my metabolism on a daily basis. So it's something that I appreciate the support from my community, where I was born and raised, where I grew up, went to school. It's definitely great to feel that love and appreciation, that respect from everybody else, and whether it's a donation or whether you're out there just wanted to run the race with me, I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate you supporting other veterans. It means a lot to all of us. Anybody that's wounded definitely cares, and it definitely helps us go every day, wake up every day, and get up out of bed and do something active with their life when we have the support of the community that we came from. So I would definitely want to thank you again, and from the bottom of my heart, it means a lot to me and my family, because just alone I can't do it, my family can't do it. It takes support from unknown people every day keeping me going, and that's really the only thing that's kept me going this long. And so you can't stop supporting me or other wounded veterans, because then bad things happen. We just lay dormant and let our life go to waste, and that can't happen. So I very much appreciate you coming out, registering. Look forward to seeing you next year, and thank you very much.